So Occupy Tampa wants proposals on how to improve the Florida economy. It's supposed to take place on November 5th, and they want people to write down proposals. So rather than write one down, I'm going to make a video about it, post it on YouTube, but then put it on their Facebook wall. I would just post it on their Facebook wall, but that takes forever to load. So what I'm going to suggest is that they deregulate smoking and alcohol consumption and gambling, because I notice all of these things are very draconian in Florida. I didn't even know until recently you can't even drink in public. Really? You can't go outside and drink a bottle of whiskey? Isn't it better that you drink outside, standing around, than, be in your car doing it? So it's ridiculous. It might as well be 1920 again with the prohibition, because we're acting as if it is so destructive to, enjoy a little martini or enjoy a smoke. So, Florida was founded on cigar factories. We lived right near Cuba, and, cigars have always played a big part of Florida culture. My grandmother, Abuela, used to work in a cigar factory. She didn't used to get paid very well, but that's because there wasn't good unions back then. There wasn't good unions now, but there's no reason that we couldn't change that. We can do better than back then. We shouldn't be just like back then. But what I'm saying is that we could prop up businesses of cigar factories, and before we give any subsidies or any loans or anything like that, there should be contracts that businesses are under first to meet a certain quota and employed people and certain wages and things. And if they don't meet that quota, they start facing fines and penalties and maybe even get their license revoked. I think that's a reasonable measure. It isn't perfect. It isn't exactly what I would want, but it's a start. Because I'm unemployed, I would love to get like a business, the government to give me like a huge check to start with to open up, some kind of smoking facility where people could come and smoke, they could gamble, they could drink, and I would make sure to hire at least 5 people at the start of it, because it'd probably be like a small thing first, and work my way up. And if I don't meet a certain qualification of either hiring so many people or, making sure they get a fair wage, then I shouldn't be allowed to own a business. Because what right do I have to be rich unless I can share that wealth with others? Everyone always says, oh, well, the rich deserve what they have because they work hard. Oh, everyone works hard. We all bust our ass. That's besides the point. Why should one person that arbitrarily busts their ass to maintain a business get to dictate, the money, the income of other people? So, like the employees don't bust their asses. So we need to make sure that whatever we do is well established, that it protects everybody involved. It's not the business owners that have anything to worry about. It's the people that work for them. Because if the businesses fail, all those people are without jobs anyway. And if the business succeeds, there is no guarantee that they will get a reasonable income or fair treatment in the workplace, especially if you're like women or colored or whatever. So those are the sorts of things we need to worry about, especially when they want to drill off the coast so very badly. That is a horrible idea. I can understand it. I can understand why they want to do it. Like, it might create jobs for some people, but it's not like it's going to lower gas prices. You'd be an idiot to believe that's actually going to lower anything. But the reason why it's a bad idea is because in the event that there is an accident like BP, that would ruin Florida's economy for at least 100 years. Because when there's oil all over the beaches and shit, that's going to just destroy tourism. Let's not even worry about the environment for a minute. I don't care about the environment. Fuck the environment. But, just the practical, it would ruin tourism for a state that relies on its beaches. That's something to think about. So if you're going to drill off the coast, you need this backup plan. And even if it doesn't pass, and I wouldn't rely on it not passing, you should have this backup plan of propping up cigar factories, breweries, gambling establishments. Because you know what? I'm fucking sick of there only being like 2 places to go to. There's Hard Rock Cafe and the Indian reservations. That's some bullshit, man. So neither one of them is hiring enough people to make up for the job loss and, just bad income in general. So I see no reason why the state shouldn't intervene more and get to handpick who doesn't get to own a business. Like I said, it's not perfect. It's still capitalism, and that's still wrong. But it's a start. At least it's something to where I know that if I ever did get work, I could at least keep work, and I could at least get a reasonable paycheck. I wouldn't have to always, work for the bare minimum. I wouldn't always have to compromise and constantly beg and plead for, just the bottom of the floor. So that's what I propose, and I guess that's it. I'm not good at oratory. It's not what I do for a living. So, you could take what I said and word it better to make it look more presentable and, make it something where politicians would actually listen to. But, this is how real people talk. This is how someone speaks when they just, have dreams and they have ambitions and they're willing to work hard for them, but they're a normal guy. I have a normal education, I have a normal standards, I have a normal goals for a human being. I shouldn't have to, speak so eloquently that I would be able to be a Mensa member. If I was that smart, I wouldn't have to deal with half this bullshit to begin with, I'd imagine. So, there's your answer. If you're smart, you'll do something about this, and if you're not smart, you'll do something about this anyway, because no one is so stupid as to be content about what is going on. Most people are just afraid or don't know what to do, like they're lost. They figure, what can I do? Well, our politicians exist for a reason. If they want to be voted for another term, they'll fucking start listening. So,